They feasted at Magnolia Table, they've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the Baylor Bears. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bears offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, they'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And the Bears want to crank the tempo. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Smashes through. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Valdez. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Third and short now from their own 48. Quarterback on the keeper. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. And the Bears are flying down the field.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too, because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell it. Faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys
going for a big play right off the bat. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll put the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Nice move to keep running. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Powell.
Guys, this winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We've got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, 1st downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Flips it out in the flat. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29 after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Bears are moving quickly down the field.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Pulls it in. It's Valdez. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the 1st down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Oh, my, he just shanked that one. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then...
Nothing but green ahead. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Buck. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The aerial assault continues. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. A little screen to the running back. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Defense rolls. Zone end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line. And the Bears in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Grabs it in the middle. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Owen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the...
Running toward the tape. The 20. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Power football with the run. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Texas A&M 21, Baylor 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Slips through the line. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
To the air on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Aggies.
Touchdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas A&M 28, Baylor 7.
And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He looks that one in nicely, and he'll be smacked to the ground. The Bears want to pick up the tempo.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll get rid of it. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big... The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the Bears with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The run from the shotgun. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll run it from the gun. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Going up top on 1st down. Working that left side now. Man, sometimes he's like trying to wrap up a ghost. He's out to the 27.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Really nice Nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Third down play from the gun. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think we got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The give to the back. Pirouettes through. Nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Bears are in the hurry-up. Fast motion from the offense. It'll be a run on third and short. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. He'll heave it deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Steps away. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The defense was asking for that penalty immediately, and they got it. Offensive pass interference waves off the first down. From the gun. They're trying to get to him. Nice move to pick up yardage. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Out of bounds at the 34, a productive job by the return team. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's reeled in. It's Buck. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
On the move. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Full wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that DN getting that sack.
Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. He's right on target. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
14.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this field.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops. It puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Owen. Plows through the defense. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the first down. Up-tempo for the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Bears will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. The short hands, it's Buck. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Bears want to move quickly. He's got it again. Still running at the 40. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Looking for room. It's Owen.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Bears have their offense in high gear. They move the tight end all over. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Using the quick game. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tamu.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
He's got it down the middle.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Coming after him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Bears line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the running back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Right back to the well. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
From the gun, the running back has it. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. Got it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say,
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the junior was late on the release, and he threw it behind him.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Bears are marching down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as well.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this?
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Hands it off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach.
Makes the grab. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still...
Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the route is on.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for him today.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the 1st down with your feet can be.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Makes the catch on the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get it down at the 35. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Safe completion on the screen. Bulldozes him. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line, hauls it in, and he's backed up deep in his own territory. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season.